Everyone. We'll get into the update, we'll get into the intro, but I just wanted to give a rundown of what to expect today. So I'm going to go over the FOMC meeting. We'll be live at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to hear the Fed rates live here on YouTube. We're also going to go over 5 key conspiracies here that a lot of people may believe, or why some people might be hesitant about buying XRP. We'll also get into the technical analysis here in the short term, and I'll show you a pulled out look into about 2025, 2026 area of where I believe XRP can be. And also, I'll go over the inner workings of Bitcoin today as far as the chart, the pattern, and we'll look at the total crypto market cap to see if something is up for the Fed meeting, for the FOMC meeting, as they'll be raising their rate hikes today for the first time in 2023. All markets are built in 25 basis point rate hike. So if you see a 50 basis point rate hike today, we could get a dump in the markets. Even at 25, we could get a predetermined sell-off and then a nice pump. But if I see 25 basis points, in the grand scheme, it's going to look like a bigger pump is in store. If we get 50, look for a dump. If we get 75, we're going to get a real dump. But right now, the markets are pricing in 25 basis points. I find it hard to believe that they're going to do a 25, but they could follow a few of the other banks around the world, the central banks, who have already done 25. If they do anything less than 50, it's going to be a catastrophe. So again, at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, I'll be live watching the live press conference with Jerome Powell to see the rate hikes live. We'll be having a live discussion. But now sit back, relax, and during this intro, make sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel, as this is going to be a fire update. Good morning, 9:23 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast. Well, not on the East Coast, in the Midwest, but for some of you, it's in the East Coast. It's 9:23 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday, February 1st, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. I want to thank everybody for tuning in as we're at 101 spot 746 on the DXYs. It's come down just a tiny bit here this morning. Just so you know, the Dow futures is down 180 points right now. We've got the S&P down 12. We've got NASDAQ down about 10 points right now. The Russell 2000 is down slightly. I'll take a look at that when it comes back around. Man, my goatee is like off to the side today. Anyhow, so we're at 101 spot 75. What we're looking for the DXY is we're looking for an eventual breakout of here. Let's get out of the weekly so it's a little bit smaller. We have been hitting this falling channel. I mean, we could say it's a slightly, it's a declining pattern, but this is like a descending triangle. This can be a nice reversal here. This could be a reversal happening right here. Like this could be a head and shoulders building. Left shoulder, head, come up to the right. Now if it pops up, it could possibly come up here to 104 spot 14 and ultimately up to 106 spot 20. And possibly we could end up coming all the way up for a big, gigantic M-topping reversal. And I know it doesn't seem so likely right now, but on a wide pattern like this, what I'm looking for, I'm going to try to be very thorough in this update. What if it did something like this and it bounced up or comes up even higher? You know, it's until we break out of this, we're just going through the pattern formation right now. And if we end up breaking to the bottom side here, this bottom pattern side is down to that $93. That's why this level in here is incredibly important to me for it to hold that area. Otherwise, we could find ourselves coming down to that 95, 96 level. And then if that happens, that's going to make it very interesting in all these markets. Right now, this is why I have this hold at about 100 spot 382, just in case we do break down there. So let's watch that very carefully. Total crypto market cap, might as well look at it. It's at 1 trillion right now. It's bounced off this ultimate trend line here. It's a several year trend line, that downtrending support. It's trying to act as that's been resistance for a very long time. Traded about 993 billion. We haven't lost it yet. Came through, came back up. Now we use it as support. We're going to see if this has further ambitions or we're going to break down. Because if we do, 940 billion is on the other side. And that's how we would know if this head pulls down. If it comes down to 940 billion, the chances are this created a head and shoulders pattern and it verified it. because then it would come down and you would look like this. It might even come back up and reject, and then it comes down here, and 890 would confirm this whole thing. Once you break this level down here at about 908 billion, you got big problems starting. So pay attention to that formation and see if it follows true. XRP, because that's what everybody is here for. I mean, you're here to hear some other stuff, but XRP is the main reason why everybody's here, and I appreciate each and every one of you on this Wednesday morning on the new start of the month. In February, we've already passed January, so 1/12 of the year is already gone. If you can even fathom or believe that, I know I can. It's unbelievable. So in this formation that we're in right now, easiest thing I can show you, first layer. This is your pattern. You got to get through there. So right now we've got this uptrending support. Okay, let me move me out of the way. Downtrending resistance up in here. And we've got a somewhat of a pivot layer in here that I put before this whole pattern started forming. We had come up here, broke above, and now I talked about how this could be perceived as a head and shoulder topping reversal if it keeps getting rejected here and ultimately pulls down. So that's what we have to pay attention to. Very closely, actually. So downtrending resistance, are we going to break this area first, which is right around the... I mean, it's speculative. The 417 area. Can we break 417 before we would break through here? And that's about the... Let me switch off of here so that I can put this X here so you guys can see. So that uptrending support is about the 393 level we're looking to break. The downtrending resistance we're trying to get back over is 416, and that would be on the 2nd of February on the top side. And we could possibly break it on the 1st or 2nd on the bottom side here at 393 today as well. So that's where we'd be looking at. If we break up and out, we're looking at the 446 area. It's about 4469 right here. If it were to happen tomorrow or today. It was 442 farther back, but now we've got to move up as we're coming across the uptrending resistance. I'm looking for a rejection here. Now it's about 447 firm. But I'm looking for a rejection here on XRP to show me that this bull flag is invalidated. Yes, it's already come down and created a bear flag, but this pattern formation is an ascending triangle pattern. Downtrending resistance, uptrending support. I mean, it looks like that's what kind of pattern we're in. We've already had the support hits, resistance hits. Now we're just filling this out. Now, we could technically hit up here at 46 cents. That's why if it comes up, we're going to have to watch that. 447 would be that first layer to reject. But it can come all the way up here. That's a wider pattern. This is just a formation that was built within. So that's what we're looking at this morning. Very firmly looking at that this morning. If we take it out in the longer pattern, XRP for me, and this isn't saying that just right away it's going to come all the way up there. That's just, we can fill all the way through here and still have this exact same pattern fill out. Is what we're saying. I'm expecting a double bottom somewhere around that 12.9 area, 12 cents. And if some people are like, oh my God, that's way too high. This is just showing what this pattern could overall do. If it would make some people feel better. That is how I have it set up. So basically, if you're watching and some people are pissed. Oh my God, it can only be $5.60 or $5.49 in January of 2026. My God. We've just went through a 5-year period where we couldn't get over $1.98 from its all-time highs, or a 3-year period. You know, shoot the messenger, because I actually have a nice, legitimate price target, not one that's $100. But yeah, there's the chances of it getting up to 436 or 188, but it's going to take work. And first layer would be, if you see us break all-time highs and have a pattern structure, as I've set out here, you should be happy. You shouldn't be mad. I'm building this into the future. This is my own resistance that I have back here just for purposes of showing. And then it bounces out, would consolidate on here. It would bounce out around, that's the first layer. It could bounce out in 2024, but I don't believe that's what's going to happen. I believe, and this got moved, it didn't save. This is going to pop out from somewhere around here. And that would be the 26 cent level. It bounces up from 26 cents to around $1.55, consolidates back down, and then it bounces out around the 70 cent level. Now, it doesn't have to come all the way back there, but that's my breakout, and it won't happen until... This is December of 2026, this move, but the first move, you could... You know what? That could happen. It's somewhere in between here. It's either going to happen in June of 2025, or there's going to be another breakout here that breaks us off, and then we could either bounce down or bounce up. But that's something we have to keep on the table as well. But this is the most likely scenario. You get to June of 2025, you break out, you consolidate down for about 6 months, and then by December or January of 2026, you're ready to bounce out of this area, and possibly make a push to $5.49. Can that happen sooner? Absolutely. There's a spot here in 2024 where we can absolutely break out as well. I'm not saying we can't do it back here, but this pattern is a wide pattern, and these trend lines are going back from 2020, 2017, and 2013. So it's not like they're just going to give way right away. So that's what I'm looking at. Nothing more, nothing less. And it's not 100% guaranteed, but this is a projection that I can at least feel comfortable with. If XRP does manage to fill this out, in time does something like this, and then eventually pops out, consolidates down, and pops out again. That's what I would be looking for with XRP. And then there's no bones about it. I'm not hiding what I'm saying. I've been telling everybody to buy sub 40 cents because I believe it's a tremendous deal if you look at it from that perspective. We're down better than 85% from the top. We'll say 80% from $1.98. More than that, though. And it's a beautiful time just to start acquiring. I have 4,086 XRP, somewhere sub 40 cents. A lot of it closer to 30 cents. But it is sub 40 cents. So if you join the Tom's Army, you'll be able to see all of my trades when I make them happen. You'll be able to see my active count of what I have in my portfolio. And all of it was bought 85 to 90% down on these particular coins. Some were about 80%. But that's only about, it's a very small percentage of what I owned before as far as dollar amount. But most of the coins or tokens that I bought back, I own more than I did when I sold them at 10 or 20% of the price. So now I still have 80 to 90% of my portfolio for those particular coins to still buy in, even though I have more coins than I did when I sold. That's a pretty cool feature. And then with Bitcoin, first I want to show you 6 conspiracies that you might not know about XRP because I find them fascinating, and I kind of jot them down now when I start reading stuff through. Look through AI, look through all these different features so you can get information quick, and then you jot down what you need. 1. Centralization conspiracy. Some people believe that XRP, despite being marketed as a decentralized cryptocurrency, is actually controlled by a single entity, Ripple Labs, which undermines the entire concept of decentralization. 2. SEC classification conspiracy. There have been debates and speculations about whether XRP should be classified as security or not by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. This has led to some people believing that the outcome of the SEC's decision was predetermined or influenced. And this is also a reason why you have to pay attention to public perception in the current legal battles and market perception. That helps control the price a lot. There's more that gets even more chilling if you continue to read these 5 conspiracies that I've labeled. Ripple Labs insider trading conspiracy. There have been allegations that Ripple Labs and its insiders have engaged in insider trading by pre-selling XRP prior to its public release. 4. XRP price manipulation conspiracy. Some individuals believe that the price of XRP is artificially inflated or manipulated by a group of people with a vested interest in the cryptocurrency. Very hard to disprove that as well. And 5. XRP is a scam conspiracy. Some people believe that XRP is a fraudulent scheme designed to enrich its creators at the expense of its investors. Again, how can we really disprove that at this point? These are just conspiracies that I believe have some weight. And then before I exit, we'll look at the FOMC meeting real quick. They're anticipating a 25 base point rate hike. I'm not going to read through this. It's just for a little bit of verification in the background. But real quick, the focus will be more on Chairman Jerome Powell, who could push back on the idea of a looser Fed later this year. He's on a very tight monetary policy, tightrope, where he can't allow the market to think this is the end game, said Quincy Crosby, chief global strategist for LPL Finance. And now, just so we can show you 0.25% is what they're anticipating. I think that'd be a giant mistake. So FOMC's post-meeting statement is released at 2 p.m. I believe the live press conference is at 2:30 p.m. with Jerome Powell. Let's see. I'm almost positive that it's at 2:30 p.m. Okay, so here, what time will Fed announce the rate hike? The Fed's decision on interest rate hikes comes out at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Powell will be speaking at 30 minutes after the rate decision is announced at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'll be going live on YouTube at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to watch Jerome Powell live like I do every single month when he talks. So I hope to see you there. Last month we were approaching 100 people in the live, and I greatly appreciate that. If you want to show me some support, if you want to show or look at some past content, go to my previous videos. The 5 reasons to invest in silver stacking episode 4. A fantastic update. Only 142 people watched it, which I'm not surprised. I also put my price prediction out for next year for for 2026 for XRP. and that has over 900 views. It shows 880 here, but if I go to my YouTube studio, it's got about 940 views. I don't know why it's so slow on here. And then just the content, I've shifted a little bit on how I've been doing it, giving you a little bit of information within each of the updates. So hopefully you're enjoying the switch of what I've been doing. Trying to upgrade the station a little bit here as I've been on for a little bit. If you want to join me on MEXC or BitGet, you can look at the video description below. Spot free trading, also futures. Join me on Uphold. Join Tom's Army, as I do show all of my stuff, and you can show me more support there if you feel like it. But I encourage you to watch the silver stacking video from yesterday. Hashtag be better, do better. Hashtag FUD assassins. And remember, help one person each and every day. Because if I don't do my part and you don't do your part, what the hell is the point in the grander scheme? And also, help put the word out for this. If you got any value out of this, hit that subscribe button, as it greatly would help keeping you part of the audience. And if you could hit that share button as well, as you're the only way that I can get new people into the audience. God bless.